What is up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel, Mystic Watch, and today we're going over the latest PvP unit that has dropped on global. So we're not talking about Kakashi yet. I'll do a video on Kakashi tomorrow, most likely. So Sasuke was the most recent PvP unit to drop on global, and he is the second one following Stage Mode Naruto. Did I do a video on Stage Mode Naruto? I don't know, but if I didn't, I might do a video on him as well. So the way these videos are going to be structured is, if you watched my Blazing Bass Sakura, you watched my Indra, Blazing Fest Indra video, I like to go over all the stats. I like to do the calculations on their damage. I try to compare them with some other units, go over, talk a little about their damage for chakra, kind of how they fit, are they broken, are they OP, are they good, and how you would try to run that unit, whether it's in PvE versus PvP. If that's what you're looking for, stick around. Now, going forward, it's very easy for me to make these character analysis or character review videos on my channel because they're not time restricted the same way as like an update video would be or a summon video would be. You know, you don't get the same hype or retention as you do on a summon video if you do it the day of the banner drops versus a week after the banner drops, right? The same thing with that update video. If I make a new update comes out on Tuesday, if I make the update video on Sunday, it's not really, the following Sunday, it's not serving anyone any good. But these are unique to me. I'm sure other people will go over the units as well, but I like to do it my style, my way. And if this is what you're interested in, feel free to stick around. Of course, anything that I use will be linked down below. So if you're wondering, how do I get to this page or anything like that, I'll have it down below as well. So thank you for sticking around. Let's get straight into it. Sasuke, Vast Range, PvP came out. I wonder if this was the day he was handed out to everyone's boxes. Oh, well, it doesn't really matter. 10 luck as of right now. Can't really get him to 99 luck. That might change in the future depending on a potential, luck pill or some sort of luck material that is supposedly coming out in the future. Cost is kind of irrelevant. You're not going to run him in... I have to actually read these things, but this isn't horrible. We'll take a look at it later. But cost is not too much of a factor, but 120 cost is, whew, that is a number right there. Okay, let's go. We're not going to worry about the PvE right now. I'll go back to it later if I want to. Ninja World Ultimate Showdown, right? So we're taking a look at the max stats. So this column right here, 30k, pretty much 31k HP, 3502 strength, 301 speed, and then you add these values to it to get your final value. So he's actually over 31k, 3602 strength, and 331 speed. That is very, very good. Fast, free-to-play units that don't die in one hit are something that we need. So I'm actually very happy for that. Field skill, reduce damage, reduce the chance of receiving chakra recovery ceiling, but no one cares. Restores 300 health. This isn't scaled in PvP, I believe. So this 300 health just stays 300. If this was scaled, you should be getting 1500 HP. I have to double check this myself, but for the most part, I do not believe this is scaled, meaning that the buddy skill is irrelevant in PvP. If this was 1500, that's actually not that bad. But you can actually get a good amount of healing off that. Sync skills, somewhat irrelevant. Sync with Wisdom is actually the only one. Sync with the Wisdom and Sync with Uchiha Clan is what you're actually going to be able to pull off. Sync with Taka, just forget about it, right? You're not really going to have that coming off. The problem with these type of sync skills, where it's like Sync with Taka, is not... Let me see if I can... Where is... I guess they don't have it here. I wanted to see if they had the... right here. How far does this... Oh, okay. You can kind of see the other units. Cutting here. It's really not that important. It's hard to sort through this to see who has the affiliations, but the Taka units, of like the 4 that exist, they're not really that good, which is the issue. So Sync with Taka is almost never going to get off until they start releasing Blazing Fest versions of these type of units. If you start seeing like Blazing Fest Karin, Blazing Fest Suigetsu, Blazing Fest Jugo, then you'll start actually, you know, utilizing this. But until then, just ignore it. Dupe. So the way dupes work in PvP units are similar to Ninja Road units, where they have only 4 dupes. And then the catch is, as of right now, the time of this recording, there is no way to get multiple copies of PvP units, meaning that you have to use your own dupe stones. Whether you're rank 1, whether you're rank 5000, you're only getting 1 Sasuke. So spend your dupe stones wisely, right? A lot of people want to save their dupe stones for the celebration banner coming up. A lot of people want to save their dupe stones for anniversary coming up. But then there's also these PvP units, because Blazing Bash units, their dupes can, not on every unit, but some dupes make or break the unit, right? If you don't have the dupes, don't bother running them. One case would be Minato. Blazing Bash, Minato, the Dazzling, whatever his name is. You give him 2 dupes, absolute monster. Without 2 dupes, really good. Just not monstrous, you know, OP unit. So things like that. So in this case, similar to Sage Mode Naruto and similar to Kakashi, who I'll get over another time, the first 2 dupes are health and attack. This makes a big difference. Having almost another 10,000 health and having another 500 attack is huge, because his multipliers are pretty good. And the higher the multiplier, that means every point of attack means that much more. I think I explained this on my Sakura video. Having a higher multiplier and a lower attack is better than having a higher attack and a lower multiplier. But it's a nice balance in the middle. Useless, but it's not... I don't want to say it's useless. It's just like... all this is like a little bit of... you know, it's nice, it's neat, but in terms of how much you're going to use it, if you play 100 games of PvP, this might matter in like 5 of those 100 games. You know, realistically. The last one, extremely important. Nullifies damage reduction effects. This one effect is why I like Blazing Bash Edo Madara so much. You know exactly the amount of damage you're going to do to every single person on that team, no matter what. That means that it's very easy to figure out, am I going to kill this person or not? Because you can just look at them and be like, yes, 20,000 damage will kill them. Well, here you go, they're dead. And then, of course, he does a lot more to braver units, who are plentiful right now. Right, you have a decent amount of braver units. You have your Blazing Bash Gaara running around, Sasori's running around, Edo Madara's running around, Sage of Six Paths Madara's running around, right? Now, all 4 are not on one team, but you usually see a single braver unit to 2 braver units on a team, which is a good amount. Now, that being said, how much damage does he actually do? Let's take a look at Jutsu. Removes perfect dodge and barrier for all enemies in range. Barrier is relevant, in PvP at least, for now. And ignores substitution with 4.7 times attack towards them, knocks them back, and reduces their chakra gauge by 1. Also gives you 30% damage reduction for 2 seconds. If you want to know how long this last part is right here, if you've ever been immobilized by Kirin Sasuke, and it feels like eternity, well, there you go. That's how long it is to have 30% damage reduction for 2 seconds. You pretty much have it for the entire game at that point. This is why, this 30% damage reduction is why this 7,500 health is so important. Because this is not 7,500 health you're gaining, it's... put it simply, I don't want to spend too much time on this. You're actually gaining literally that much health. And the reason why it's 2250 over 7,500 is because whenever you use that first jutsu, assuming, let's say Sasuke is not on your front line, right? He takes no damage until you use his first jutsu. That means that that extra 7,500 health he has will be affected by that 30% damage reduction, giving you, you know, more theoretical health. Damage. What does he actually do? I don't want to make these videos too long, so I'm trying not to spend too much time on that. I want to keep them around the 15-minute mark, right? That's the goal. Okay, 4.7 times. What are we looking at over here? 35, and we're going to do it max duped, right? 3602. What is it? 3602 plus 500. So 4102. Right? 19,279 damage. Borderline 20k. If you hit a wisdom unit, not wisdom, if you hit a bravery unit with this, how much damage is it doing? That much damage, almost 29,000. The size of the jutsu, not that bad. We'll actually show off the size right here. Okay. Don't care about you. Okay, right here. This is important. This is the jutsu size. It is not centered, which makes it a little bit more annoying. But after using Sasuke for like 30 or 40 games, I realized that it's actually not that bad. Sasuke has more of an effect the earlier you use him. If you use him in the last row, chances are most people will already have pulled off their jutsu, and it doesn't matter if you take away their chakra, because you're not really doing much to them. The earlier you use Sasuke, so ideally first lane or second lane, right? Third lane is not horrible, but he kind of like loses. The longer you wait to use him, the worse he becomes. Keep that in mind. Now the cool thing about his pushback is that it can also be a pull, depending on how you center it. And that makes a good amount of difference, at least for teams that I run. For example, if you guys already know the Rock Lee team that I run, you need to push people into Rock Lee. So having a pull effect as well as a push effect on your team is very nice, because sometimes you just need to pull people into Rock Lee, and you can't really push them away. That helps a lot. And of course, 30% damage reduction for literally the rest of the game is also pretty nice. That's the one thing that a lot of people underrate about this Sasuke. They see his low health, you know, they're like, oh, 37,000 health, right? Or in this case, it would be like 39,000, pretty much 40,000 health. And they're like, yeah, he's not that big of a deal. We're gonna jutsu him with like 2 different jutsus, and they realize like, I don't do any damage. Yeah, because of 30% damage reduction. You pair him with a 20% damage reduction buddy skill. This man is tanking hard. You can literally put him in the front row and it doesn't matter. You put him in the second lane, put him with a 20% damage reduction buddy skill, and you're chilling. As soon as Blazing Bash Madara, the original skill Madara, gets a limit break, you're gonna see that second row or third lane. You're gonna see this Sasuke with that Madara underneath, and it's just gonna be stupid. You probably will see that first lane as well. Okay, ultimate, no one really cares. If you're getting his ultimate, you're probably winning the game. But just for people who are curious about the damage, people can dodge this, so just keep that in mind, right? 70,000 damage, right? If you hit a bravery, over 100,000 damage in PvP. Good job for you. Not that big of a deal. Oh, his jutsu's are right here. Okay, thank you. So that pretty much went over everything. So let's take a look at what I was talking about. We're gonna call this. We're gonna do something new, right? Where I'm going to start making a collection of units. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Okay. Jutsu. We're gonna do, just so we can keep track of this, how much damage when they do it. This way I can compare it to other people. What was it, 4.7? And what was the number we got? Oh, 4102, 4.7, 19,279. 19,279. Yeah, I think Blazing rounds up, but the 0.4 doesn't matter here. Now, the one thing that I wanted to start going over a lot is damage per chakra. This is a very important concept that people have to. It goes kind of below the radar because a lot of people don't care about this. It matters more for other. 448 chakra is the most common chakra type. This matters more for other types for the most part. let's see. Divided by 4. 4819. 0.5. 0.85. So this will be damage per chakra. This is a lot, but it's not gonna mean much until I do other people's, you know, damage per chakras to give you an idea. But we're just gonna leave that for now. I'm gonna end off the video here. If you guys want to watch the Kakashi and Sage 1 Naruto, because I don't think I actually did the video on Sage 1 Naruto character analysis, you want to know damages, the opinion of the brown boy mystic, we're gonna give it to you straight. So appreciate you guys sticking it out here. Of course, if you're not subscribed already, consider leaving that no, that's not. If you haven't subscribed yet, consider subscribing for more content in the future. And of course, if you haven't already, leave a like on that video, comment down below what you want to see in the future. And I'll see you all in the next one. Peace out.